Hi, I'm Jay Bradley from the American College of Wealth. I'm here with my usual panel of experts. We've got Ray Dalglish, we've got Nancy Tufel, Riley Hurley and Fred Brathwaite. Ray, why don't you give people a quick background on yourself? I know you went down and started in the stock market back in the late 70s.
Yeah, thanks, Jay. I joined the Sydney Stock Exchange in 1979 working on the trading floor as an operator, and not long after that I became a registered options market maker. In the early 80s I had the opportunity to introduce the first interbank broker on the foreign exchange market, and by the mid-80s I saw a pressing need for my clients to learn about the markets and how to make money. So I became the first person in Australia to start educating the public on how to trade, particularly in shares and options, to make money. And I've been doing that for 27 years.
Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, Nancy, you went down to the stock market in the 1980s to make a name for yourself. Can you give us a bit of a background?
Sure, Jay, thank you. I started my Wall Street career in 1982. At Smith Barney, I was the number 2 broker out of 12,000 at one point. I managed high net worth individuals and some celebrities as well, their portfolios. And I went on after that to be the director of operations for the securities division of MetLife. So all encompassing, I had 25 years of Wall Street experience.
Wow, okay. Riley, you're one of the youngest panelists. Your background as well, you're like the foot soldier that's been doing it day in, day out for the last 5 years or so, yeah?
Yeah, a little bit over 5 years now. Just really just day in, day out, like you said, whether it be real estate investments, investment in the stock market, dealing really with a lot of people that are just first starting, especially my generation as well, because it's not very popular for people in the Y generation to go through and start investing. Maybe
Sure.
It's something you try to do when you're older, but how to set yourself up now, take advantage of the experts in this field and also the new technologies that have come out. So really just helping people get started and make money and also maintain it. So
Fantastic,
yeah.
fantastic. And Fred, you've your background, you've been, I suppose, since the 90s you've been in investments.
Yes, primarily in the real estate market, helping investors find their dream vacation homes in the United States, also internationally.
Yep.
In addition to that, helping find opportunities in distressed properties
Okay,
worldwide.
and when did you start in that?
Back in 1994.
Fantastic, okay. So there you have it, that's our panel of experts. Okay, so another question we get asked at the college is the stock market risky? It's a great question. I'm going to throw this one out to Riley. What's your thoughts on that? Is the stock market risky?
Well, it's risky if you don't know what you're doing. To the average investor, I've used this analogy before. Would you jump into a pool that you couldn't see how deep it was and it was dark out? Most people, I would hope not. But if you could see how deep it was and the lights were on, well, I would dive in head first too. So really it's more so being able to see the big picture and really going through and understanding what you're looking at, not just going and investing blindly. Have a set reason for what you're doing and why you're doing it, because that's really what the banks and institutions and the big movers and shakers in the stock market are doing. They don't just wake up on any given day and decide to invest in a certain stock. It's calculated and there's a reason why they do it. So we learn those same reasons, and that's a way that you can create success, is really just by, again, following people who are in the market making money and really just how to access that information.
Yeah, great answer, great answer. Ray, would you like to add?
And to get ahead also, to get ahead you must take risk, but you must understand your risk. And that's why most people don't realise that their 401k or their pension fund, their money's in the stock market. It's being managed by fund managers because they do understand. But it's easy to do. All you have to do is just learn it.
So yeah, so most people are putting their money into their 401k for someone else to manage. It's still going into the stock market. It's just you're not managing it, it's someone else. It's crazy, but if you knew what you were doing yourself, you can make all those profits for yourself.
And that's a risk in itself, isn't it? Giving your money to somebody else.
Oh, absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
One of the biggest risks of all, I think.
And you know, there's also risk inherent in everything you do in life, right? Buying a house is risky.
Sure.
Buying a house in a neighborhood that you don't know about is extremely risky. However, having a little knowledge about the neighborhood becomes less risky. Same thing with the stock market and investing in the market.
So it's knowledge. Knowledge is power.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the application of that knowledge.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, there you go. So that's another frequently asked question answered by the panel of experts. If you'd like to see some more of these, please click on the link below. There's over 20, maybe 30 of them, and we'll see you on the next slide.